Why not introduce yourself by name?
My name is Janaspriha Das. I joined in Vancouver, British Columbia. I got initiated in Los Angeles when Jaitirtha was president in 1972. Then I went to Mexico City. Then I went back to Canada. Then I worked with Gunagrahi in San Diego. Then I became independent after the 77 fiasco, the fake guru Sonalacharya, you know, they just scare everybody away. And
No kidding.
I'm still recovering, and a lot of us are recovering. And thanks to you and other
Well,
people, we're seeing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
so we're
Good.
not worried. That's 50 years ago. We don't have to worry about that. Do you know why? We're looking forward to the end of the 10,000 years of the golden age of Kali. What you're on, this platform that you're on, is called the League for 10K, or League for 10,000 Years of the Golden Age of Kali. So
Right?
we're not looking back even for 50 years. But in 200 years from now, do you think we're going to care what happened 50 years ago from our point of view now?
Yeah, that you're right. That's
What about in 5,000 years ago? Are we going to be looking back? Oh, it was a terrible thing that happened in 1977. Well, of course it was terrible, but by that time, we will have sorted it all out. In fact, we're hoping we will sort it out in this lifetime.
hope it's in the next few years.
Well, in my case, yes.
Yeah. We don't have that. I don't have that much long to go. So I wanna do whatever I can to just tell people that Srila Prabhupada is the only way, and there's no
then
other
I
way.
then I beg of you, join the League for 10K and put your shoulder to the wheel, and we'll
Aye.
make it happen. If you know what putting the shoulder to the wheel means, if you have a cart like an ox cart and it gets stuck in the mud, you can't get it out. The ox can't pull it out. You can't pull it with the ox. Everybody tries to push and pull, but it won't move. So you put your shoulder to the wheel and force the wheel to turn by the force of your shoulder.
Aye. Or
That's
call
what
our
I'm begging you to do. Put
All
your
right.
shoulder to the wheel and forget the last 50 years. We are saying that ISKCON never existed, and whatever they did in the name of ISKCON, that's fine. Prabhupada built temples, Prabhupada printed books. That's what Prabhupada accomplished in spite of ISKCON not existing. He pretended that it existed, and he made it work, and it happened. But now we have godbrothers in India who are stuck with unsolvable problems. There's three major forces in India:
Yeah.
GBC, ICC, and the what's it called, the bureau, and they're trying to solve problems. But what they're beginning to understand is they have finally, after this period of time, come to a dead end, and there's no way out of their dead end. They're unwilling to do it to the dead end, which means ISKCON is now just the Church of ISKCON, and we don't care about Prabhupada's books anymore. And we can't say we accept Prabhupada's books when they don't. So now we are at the point of having to reinstall Prabhupada as the Acharya of ISKCON for the next 9,450 years, which will be the end of the 10,000 years of Golden Age of Kali.
Aye.
He's meant to do that. We don't even have the whole Sampradaya. We like to think, oh yes, Balaram, Madhavacharya. We don't have to think like that. Do you know when the last appearance of Balaram on planet Earth?
5,000 years ago.
Nay, 500 years ago.
Yeah, Nityananda Ram. We just had his
Yes.
festival.
Jai.
In 1968, I was in New York City designing and building the altar there for the new temple that we had on 62 Second Avenue. And I saw a letter that Prabhupada had written to Brahmananda. And he said, we should all imagine that we're being dragged up through the Sampradaya by by our sequence, but we should be dragged up by our sequence up to Sampradaya by Lord Nityananda. And I was looking over Brahmananda's shoulder as he was reading it. I said, Lord Nityananda, I thought it's supposed to be Balaram, But then, like yourself, I reached the right conclusion.
Nitai, 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 Gauranga.
Yes.
Gaura
So Lord Nityananda is Balaram. So we have a short Sampradaya. Lord Chaitanya appeared 550 years ago, more or less. I'm saying 550 years ago, it's probably 560 or 545 or whatever. He appeared that time ago. And then Lord Balaram came there. After Lord Balaram, if you look at the Sampradaya in the Bhagavad Gita, you'll see there's stacks of Goswamis coming from Lord Chaitanya.
Yeah.
And Lord Chaitanya, there's nothing else. Then it comes down to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. It comes down to Gaurkajor Das Babaji, the great contrarian. When I say the great contrarian, you know what a contrarian is, Prabhu?
No idea.
He does everything backwards.
Oh, yeah, contrary.
Contrary. A contrarian is a person who lives.
It's like a maverick. Like a maverick.
Well, sort of, yeah. A maverick doesn't have to be contrarian, though. He could just be eccentric. But a contrarian does the opposite.
Okay.
So what would Gaurkishore Das Babaji do? He chanted japa. Where did he chant his japa?
The stool pit.
In the latrine, right?